Say the words tax haven, and the image that probably comes to mind is a sunburnt banker sitting on a beach drinking a cocktail underneath a coconut tree. But there are a vast variety of tax havens used by corporations and the mega rich all across the world, and for a variety of reasons. In fact, over half the world's trade passes through tax havens, on paper at least. Some banks even advertise entire menus of different countries based on their tax rates to help big corporations address their tax appetites. But it's not just about tax. You see, using tax havens, or what bankers refer to as offshore financial centers, is like creating a great sandwich. It's all about balancing the right ingredients to get that perfect tax-free taste. So here we go. Let's start with the basics. The bread and the butter, a low tax rate. There are a range of jurisdictions all across the world which offer tiny rates of tax on profits. Some of them are island states, like Bermuda, where you pay a 0% corporate tax rate. But there are also other countries, like Luxembourg, a microstate in the center of Europe, where you can literally tell the world's last Grand Duke how much you want to pay in tax. The Lux leaks revealed how some of the world's biggest corporations employed accounting firm PwC to make greasy deals with the Luxembourg government on their behalf to minimize their tax bills. So that's the bread and butter, a low tax jurisdiction. Now for the meat of it. If you're looking to dodge taxes, you're going to need to create a subsidiary company in an offshore jurisdiction. Basically, what you're going to do is create a non-existent holding company which you can route all of your profits through. But don't worry about staff or offices. For this holding company, all you need is a slick-sounding business name and a letterbox. Now you can make this company on the internet in just a few hours and register it to a country like Liberia or the British Virgin Islands, where there are over 1 million registered companies for only 30,000 inhabitants. Fishy. Once you've got your subsidiary company beefed up, it's time to spice things up a little bit. You give your subsidiary company the rights to all of your intangible assets, like brand or logo or intellectual property. Then your subsidiary company bills all your other companies for the rights to use those assets. By doing this, you transfer all of your global profits into the tax haven, or we can make things even spicier. You can pay a random person a nominal fee to become your nominee director. Now their job will be to blindly sign any paperwork that you put in front of them and pretend to be your company's director. And what this means is that nobody can actually tell in whose interests your subsidiary company is working. As an example, the Panama Papers revealed that one lady named Ida Mae Biggs was the nominee director of over 20,000 companies. Pretty good going for a 93-year-old. Which brings us to our last but most important ingredient, the secret sauce. Pour this all over your tax sandwich and nobody will have a clue what's inside, especially not those pesky tax authorities. Now there are a range of tax havens which specialize in secrecy, but Switzerland is your best bet. You see, Switzerland is #1 in the world for secrecy, and for cheese. Their cheese is pretty good too. Secrecy is perhaps the most important ingredient, because without it the public would be able to look right through the entire charade and see the system for what it really is. A giant, rotten scam. Now what we do know is that there's over $20 trillion hidden away in tax havens all across the world. That's no small figure. That's enough to end global poverty 10 times over. Now part of that money should be going to constructing schools, hospitals, and providing public services. Instead, it's funding super sandwiches on super yachts for the super rich. And then we hear from politicians in the private sector that there simply isn't enough money to fund public services, and we simply have to privatize. But we're not going to eat that now, are we? So what can we do about it? Well, a range of initiatives are in place to combat the abusive use of tax havens, like country-by-country reporting, so companies are forced to show exactly where and how they make their profits, or the establishment of a UN global tax body to monitor profit flows. Now, the international campaign for tax justice is building momentum, so find out more, get involved, and learn about how you can bring about an end to the era of the dodgy tax sandwich.